Pyro slays music. Today I'm checking out Port Authority's Green EP. Shout out Glass City Hardcore. Probably the closest scene I've got near me, and one I just don't get out to very often. So trying to use the platform to shine a spotlight on that when I can. I saw they dropped this EP. Let's get into it. BDL is the first track. There's 3 tracks on this. Pretty typical length in song for at least what I would consider for hardcore. Let's drop on in.
So they got this feller down at the bowling alley. He gets up on the stage and shits his britches. What for?
Turn down the gift of the moment you understand. You chose the glory instead. This is a world of red face. Leading into the red face. As a sinner in a nice suit. Addiction, we gotta figure it out. From the pages, one side to faces. Ain't got nothing to prove, nothing to prove. Passive dead, beginning the players, pushing my alien skull. This is the world that we face. Down the red race. And I say I suit. This is the world that we face. Down the red race.
But you also get lost in the sauce. Yeah, but how you get lost in the sauce?
I found you, Faker! Your first ideas for my energy. I ripped off the skin, I transfer you pain.
All right, so a lot of you who follow my channel know that typically little clips inserted into songs drives me fucking AWOL, okay? Drives me bonkers. I don't know what this band is doing to me because I've loved every sample that they've put into their music, that like snippet. For some reason, it just adds to it. It's nice. It's nice. It's very nice. So we have a guitar solo in there. This is interesting because there are a lot of like almost, I guess it's more of a beat down maybe, right? Maybe not hardcore, maybe more beat down. But like some of those vocals reminded me of like deathcore or metalcore, which I personally am a huge fan of. And then like there's a lot of trappings of hardcore, but then you have like a guitar solo, which is pretty gnarly. And the mixing is right where I want everything to be. I really don't have any complaints there. There's a lot of swap ups for a 2-minute and 39-second song. I love that. Let's go with a 7 on that. Honestly, I really enjoyed that. That was nice. Yeah, that song was great. Sounds great. I'm your Huckleberry. Naming wise, this is one I'm most excited for. So, high hopes here. High hopes, guys.
God damn, Jimmy. This is some serious gourmet shit.
living on your deathbed. You won't have no one to sit with, to shoot the shit with. Lost all your chances, man, face it. We were never that close, you never knew me. You were raising a toast, you would've blew me. If you have hated the most for you to simply just coast in this shit, bitch, I don't just out. Singing of the sewage, eyes like black holes blocking up the sun. I don't just out. Singing of the sewage, eyes like black holes blocking up the sun.
He must have flipped my wife 8 times, and it really bothers me.
Do you feel it now? Do you feel the pressure? All the new age bullshit ain't buying it. You don't think I see anything? I see everything. So you better look inside yourself and pray for what it's worth. Face the horizon, your greatest mistake. Let's get the fuck out my park, this is mine of the sun. Your sinking ship just won't turn it so on. I'm gonna let you just sing, sing, sing. Face your reason, your greatest mistake. This side of Mississippi. Face your reason, your greatest mistake. This side.
God damn. I'm gonna go with a flat 6 on that one. I still enjoyed it. Some of the screams and maybe the guitar that was in the background kind of made it feel a little samey throughout, but also the way they kind of layered in those screams, it helped swap it up. I like how they had that, like, kind of the hardcore vocals, and in the background there's that long scream as well. So I do think this is a good song for sure. It is an easy 6 for me. Our final track on here is High Noon, and then we'll give the full rating, which so far is fantastic. Because EPs, you never really know what you're going to get, right? That's a chance for the band to get a little more experimental with things and try some different stuff before maybe launching an album or seeing what's working, right? And so a lot of times you don't get a high quality EPs, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times it's, I guess, kind of for me, what I judge like an EP in metal or whatever is kind of like a mixtape for hip hop, maybe on a little bit lesser of a scale, but because mixtape, they just kind of throw fucking everything on it, you know what I mean? Just send it and see what's up. This is the final track up here, so let's do High Noon. Showdown, bitch.
He's something he's spread. I'm gonna get that motherfucker. Gracious me, oh gracious me. I thought he took a grip by state, but he hated it. Anticipated shot is dead as me. The side of the fucking Mississippi of the best that you had seen. The cliffs in the cliff never matter to me. And just to let you motherfucker, I'm a kick in the head, bitch. I can't stop my death. Seven kicks in my racks, and I'm the one to put you underneath. The Something glitter in your face. Look in the box, something glitter in the waste. Just to like you, motherfucker. I will give you the handprint. I got so much death. I still get dicks in my racks. And I'm the one to put you underneath.
Okay, so I think this one's probably my least favorite out of the three. And the reasoning here, this has a little bit more of a, and this isn't going to be proper terminology by any means, but it has like this sludgy sound. And I'm not really sure. I think there's some good guitar notes being held that's kind of creating that effect. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of that sound, but at the same time, there was a lot of stuff they still popped in that like I was enjoying. Like the vocals were pretty solid. I did feel like the lyrics here were a little like overtly edgy, but not enough to like make maybe just like a slight roll of the eyes for me. You know what I mean? But not anything too far. Like I've this style of music can get really, really like 12-year-old edgy very quickly. So they avoided that. I just felt like it was just a smidge over the top lyrically. So it's funny because the first guitar solo, the way it popped in, I was like, man, I kind of wish it would have done like they would have went with more of now this could strictly be because I've been listening to a lot of Suicidal Tendencies, but the track, it's on the album with Trip at the Brain. It's like their third album, I believe. Suicidal Tendencies. So in the background, they have these like just guitars just shredding constantly through it, even though a lot of the music is a little bit slower. And I couldn't help but just crave that throughout this whole song. And they actually gave it to me a little bit at the end, which really made me happy. But I would have honestly loved to see that throughout, just constantly just popping up in the background. I think it would have added an interesting contrast to that sludginess, the sound, and keep it from like becoming too stale. That being said, that is crossover thrash, so maybe that's not their thing. You know what I mean? That's fine, but I just couldn't help it as a listener, like kind of want that sound. And then they gave it to me at the end. I was like, damn it, I kind of wish they would have done that throughout, just to like randomly just spike up of like, you're just fucking shredding, good old 80s thrash metal shredding going on in the background for no rhyme or reason, while the rest of the instruments and like those vocals, not the vocals, because they were coming in with the heat, but like a lot of the instrumentals here kind of gave me this weird like sludgy vibe. So it's not that I dislike this one at all, because there were things that brought it up from being what I would consider a bad song for me. But this is definitely more in the middle range. Let's go with like a 5.5. So as a whole here, this is a solid. We have one mid track, two tracks that I find at least above good, potentially great for that first one. I really enjoyed that first track. I'm going to give this EP. Let's go with a... You know, I'm going to go with a 7. It's a 3-song EP, so it's not really pushing any boundaries on size-wise. It also is not overstaying its welcome. Yeah, let's give it a 7. Let's go 7. Straight 7. I think this is a great EP. Yeah. I think I would have maybe liked to see one more song on it just to really expand it, but I mean 3 songs is fine. Probably just my OCD. I want to round that bitch up to 4. Shout out to Port Authority. I really like where their mixing and sound is for sure. Even if I have some nitpicky shit. But you know, that's the fun of doing what I get to do. I just get to be a nitpicky bitch. And shout out to Port Authority, guys. If you enjoyed this, make sure you support the band, follow them on their socials. If you get around to a show out here in the Glass City area, make sure Toledo, make sure you buy some merch from the boys. I always, whether I love or hate a band, I always encourage you to support them in whatever means that you are able. Obviously, the economy is ass right now, so not a lot of us have money just laying around. But those of you who do, and if you enjoy your art, make sure you're supporting them. Right, that is huge. And shout out to the band for this solid ass EP. Until next time, y'all, I'm Pyro Slays Music, and make sure you hit that like button and maybe the subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Till next time.